Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to watch episode 6 of the second season of Code Geass today. So this last episode was really good, we got to see a lot of things happening, and one of them being that Suzaku is joining the school again as a way to check closely on Lelouch to see if he gets his memories back or not. So Lelouch really needs to be careful around him just like before, and this situation is quite interesting because before it was more about him not wanting others to learn about his true identity or about him being Zero. And right now, like most of these guys, or at least some specific ones like Suzaku and some others, they know that he is Zero, but now it's more about finding out if he got his memories back or not. So it's a different situation, but he needs to be just as careful as before. So yeah, it's really nice to see this, and I'm really curious to see how everything is going to end. Like, it's really early to know it, but we can see that things are developing quite a lot, and even though this last episode had some more fun moments, and we got to see this event happening, because of Suzaku joining there, it was still some really big revelations were made, and more specifically at the end about Nunnally. But yeah, right now I wanted to talk more about the situation about these knights, and I was a bit confused about Suzaku's position. I had the idea he was one of the knights of 3, but apparently is one of the knights of 7, and that was probably mentioned before, but there's a lot of these terms, so it's hard to keep up with everything. But yeah, right now I think that is basically the Knight of the 7, but he reports directly to the Emperor, so that's why I got a bit confused, because I had the idea that he was part of those 3 that we saw before. It was in one of the first episodes of this season, but yeah, apparently not, and we saw one of the members of those Knight of 3. He was actually using Tristan, I believe that was the name of that nightmare, and we also saw Mordred, so we know that some of these nightmares are named after the Knights of the Round Table, which makes sense considering the whole location of this. So yeah, it was interesting to see that, and to see some new nightmares, and we know that they are probably going to get involved really soon, but the big revelation was actually made at the end. So before that, we also got to see that Violetta was exposed, Lelouch found out about her being with Ogi, so he used that against her in order to make her hide the fact that Lelouch got his memories back, so she's going to have to be silent about this. So yeah, it's also interesting to see that Lelouch is slowly manipulating all of these guys who were searching CC, or the ones after CC, and also checking if Lelouch got his memories back or not. But yeah, about that really big revelation, that was quite something, because apparently Suzaku wanted to be considered the Knight of 1, meaning that he would take possession of one of the areas, and his objective is to get possession of this one. So yeah, that's basically his way to implement his view on a better world. So he's going to change this place using this position, but that's going to be quite tricky. We just learned that Nunnally is going to be the Viceroy for now, so that's really surprising. There's no way that I would predict that, as I was even wondering if she was okay or not. We knew that she was taken somewhere, she got kidnapped basically, but we didn't know exactly how she was doing, and I'm glad that she's doing fine. She's in this specific place. I don't know if she's close to Cornelia or something. Probably not, since she is missing as well, but I'm not too sure. This location was familiar to me. I felt like it was one of the locations where Cornelia was before with Euphemia, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, apparently Nunnally is going to be the Viceroy of the Area 11, and that's going to be really tricky for Lelouch, because that means that if he keeps going like this, wanting to take possession of this place, to conquer this Area 11, and we know that his first objective is going to be this school, but if he keeps going, he's going to end up facing Nunnally, his own sister. So that is quite a situation. I'm not too sure of how he's going to deal with that. I don't know if he's going to try to do things in a way that prevents Nunnally from becoming the Viceroy. But yeah, it's quite a delicate situation. He really needs to be careful about what he does from now on, because this is going to involve his sister, someone who's really important to him, probably the most important person to him right now, and someone he really doesn't want to die at all costs. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I really can't wait to watch this next episode. So I hope you guys are ready, and let's start it. I'm really loving the start of the second season. There's already so many things happening. And I can only imagine what's going to happen from now on, because really hard to predict what happens in this anime, which is really cool, like, makes you think a lot. Oh, that as well is right. He needs to realize these small details, because I actually forgot about that. He shouldn't know about Nunnally right now. When Rollo is there. Oh, he's stopping time to Suzaku. Time limit, okay. He's not going to hear this. He's explaining to her. Damn, just in time to say that. That was really nice of Rollo. This power is really, really helpful in some situations. Hmm. Damn. Addressing her like that must be hard to him. Hmm. Hmm. There's this guy again. Hmm. I feel like this guy is going to be really important at some point. The way he acts. Hmm. And this must be really confusing to her. And this is quite a situation. As long as nothing bad happens to her. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And that was actually really nice of Rollo. I mean, Lelouch should at least value what he did right there, because Rollo gave him the opportunity to talk to Nunnally like he couldn't if Suzaku was listening. So he was able to have a small conversation, like it was like 5 seconds. So he was still able to explain to her that he had to pretend like they were strangers, but he was able to tell her that he loves her. So that's really important. And I feel like he should really value this moment and value Rollo more as well, because even though he was manipulated before, He's still doing well, so he's believing in Lelouch. It would be a bit painful to me if Lelouch ended up betraying that trust from Rolo, but we know that's the his whole idea, so we'll see. Hmm. Probably being a bit changed. Yeah, he also helped Lelouch in the previous episode, so this guy from the Chinese Federation. She's cute. Assuming it's a girl, I'm not too sure. Oh, oh yeah, the Lelouch is supposed to be her husband. I don't think that's official, but not too sure. Yeah, that's not something you will want. Hmm. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, this place again. Of course. Probably the one who gave him the power. Yeah, about this. Big Brother. Hmm. So we know that those two are together now. I already had the idea that Charles got the power from him, but I wonder if there's more. Or if it's only CC and VV. Yeah, I was about to say that. If the plan was going to be kidnapping her, basically. Yeah. Just be careful about how he does it, though. Not even sure if he's going to succeed or not. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, we know that Lelouch is really smart about this thing, so So they need to do it before. Oh. Just like that. And they shoot each other. Or just suicide. Rollo though. He's probably still thinking about a lot. It's Cornelia. But yeah, it's him using it, of course. Just the Cornelia's nightmare from before, I think. Not too sure actually. It was fully purple, so you know they change sometimes, so damn. She's right there. But if he actually manages to do this, they're going to know that Lelouch got his memories back. Damn. Because only Lelouch would probably go after Nunale, so maybe someone is there. I think. Damn. You rig it from her, it's going to have more impact. Oh, there's Tristan, I believe. I know that's a nightmare name, but it's hard to remember all of their personal names, especially new ones. Ooh, that's bad. Damn, it's Mordred. It's Anya. Okay, yeah, that would be a good idea to not kill her. A lot of people are gathering. Oh, yeah, apparently it did. Doesn't seem to be that smart. If only you knew. Yep. Ooh. I wonder if Charlie's also changed her memories, like play some new ones. Not too sure. Hmm. Damn. Just like what Elfie wanted, yeah. Damn. That's going to affect him. Man, these situations they create. Yeah. They're still not sure if it's actually Lelouch or not. He's back. I wonder if it's going to be now that Suzaku realizes that Lelouch is back. Not too sure if it's going to happen. Feels like the situation would be good for that. Hmm. Then that's a new name. Yeah, need to be careful with that one. Damn. It's way stronger now. It's really bad. Ooh. Oh, she ejected, nice. Colin though. Oh, that one. Ooh. She's gonna get an upgrade as well. It's going to happen just like that. In the sky. Okay then. That's a way to do it. Damn. They're going to do all the upgrades like that. That looks really cool. So both Lancelot and Guren got these upgrades. Damn, that looks nice. It's just got one. Oh, let's see how strong it is. Okay. Oh, we got away. Damn. Gonna be a big fight between Suzaku and Cullen now. But first is one. With his shoes on. um Damn, look at that. Hmm. Yeah, it just got really strong. She's also good, of course. Oh. Oh. They're trying to do that thing again. Oh. Yeah, basically in the same place, so. I wonder what actually happened between Lelouch and Nunnally, meanwhile. Or they're still. Yeah, this is really delicate. Yeah, but she doesn't know that. And he got there first. Yeah. But Suzaku is trying to protect her as well, so. It's such a. Oh. She noticed that, I think. I wonder if she's going to like believe that it was Lelouch there. Damn, that was quite something. It's also like really hard to talk about these moments because as we can see, it's like just really delicate. Like everything he needs to do, or like Lelouch, it needs to be specifically like especially careful because it involves Nunnally, and we can see that Nunnally is not here because she's forced to. She's basically trying to follow what Euphemia wanted to do. So that whole moment when she asked him the exact same thing that Euphemia did, it has a really big impact on him because he knows what happened, and he instantly started doubting what he wanted to do. Like if he took her by force, it would like make Nunnally change. Like she would be like not doing things like he wanted. Like it's hard to explain everything, but yeah, it needs to be really careful about what he does. And right now, Suzaku at least saved her. Like is at least trying to prevent her from being killed, so that's a good thing. And we know that there's no way that Suzaku is going to let Nunnally die. But yeah, at the same time, Lelouch really wanted to get her on his side, even though I don't know how that would end up because if he actually did that, if he took Nunnally, and I don't know if Suzaku noticed something, but just like I was saying before, if Lelouch took possession of Nunnally, that would give the other guys a lot of reasons to like suspect Lelouch, like of him getting his memories back because like they know that Lelouch was zero before, at least like Suzaku and others. So they know that if someone was going to try and get Nunnally, it would be Lelouch. So if that happened, they would have a lot of reasons to suspect on Lelouch, and I don't know what would happen from there. But right now, he failed. I don't know if Suzaku still noticed that it was actually Lelouch there. Like if Zero was there in front of Nunnally, I don't know if Suzaku had the idea that Zero was maybe going to try and kill her. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's something to maybe like have a better clue in the next episodes. Right now, I'm still like wondering about a lot of things. We also got to see this moment with Vivi and Charles. So now there's the confirmation that Charles got the power from Vivi. They made like a contract, and the whole idea is apparently to kill the god or something. Like I'm not exactly sure of how they mentioned it, but it got explained before that the whole place where they are, it's called the Sword of Acacia, I believe, and it's supposed to be a weapon against god. So it's something that got revealed, but there's still not much information about it, and I'll have to wait for more clues to have a better understanding of what's going on and what the bigger plan is. But yeah, this whole situation is really interesting to see, and even though it involves Nunnally and really makes me worried because I really don't want anything bad to happen to her, just like what happened to Euphemia before. Like, hopefully that doesn't happen to her. Yeah, it's still like interesting to see because it makes us think about a lot of things, and really makes everything a lot more complicated because he's going to have to do things way more carefully now. But I'm really, like, just like I said, I'm really interested on everything. I really can't wait to find out more about this whole story, like what's going to be like the next big revelations. Also, don't know what would happen if Cici and Vivi eventually met. I'm expecting that to happen at some point. Don't know when. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when it happens. I was also wondering if there's going to be a different one. We know that there's Cici and Vivi right now, but I don't know if there's going to be some different ones because there's like still probably some other powers. I'm not too sure if some other people have this Geass power. We know that Rollo has it, Charles has it, and so does Lelouch and Mao before. So Suzaku doesn't have it. I had the idea he would maybe get one because Vivi was next to him in like the last episodes of the first season, but apparently that didn't happen, and we see that he's just like before, but even more committed now into becoming this Knight of One. And I understand like what he wants to do. He wants to have this big position in order to have a better chance of changing this area. But we know that Lelouch doesn't want that, and in the end, he's still going to try and do things in his way. But this time, he also needs to take into consideration the fact that Nunnally is part of this as well. So I really can't wait to see what he's going to do about this. Right now, he failed to get Nunnally, so he's going to have to think about another way, like another way to do to go along with his plan. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm definitely curious to see what happens in this next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this one. And if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. So take care, guys.